Hi, welcome back to Reading with Money and welcome to week 2 of September, in which I am trying to do weekly vlogs. Hi, baby. Lita is here, waiting for her wet food. Every time I make an egg and the timer goes off, she thinks I'm going to give her wet food because I have generated some sort of Pavlovian response in my cats. Because, I don't know, a few times when I was doing something for myself and I would get a hard-boiled egg, I would give them some tuna. So now they think that it's going to happen every time they hear the timer go off. And it's always when I make eggs, when the timer goes off when I'm making pasta, it doesn't happen. They go insane. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. So yeah, welcome to week 2. I could have set up my tripod, but it's not going to happen. The shadows are impossible. I still don't have a proper ring light, so yeah, today's Sunday, the 8th of September. Today has been a terrible day. I was hoping to get up early, and then I did wake up at like 7 a.m. with a huge, like very bad allergy attack, flare-up thing where I could not stop sneezing. So I took some medicine and went back to bed. Then I must have fallen asleep again at some point, woke up at midday. And then I spent the rest of the days kind of like in a haze of like, I can't deal with my life. Because I couldn't breathe properly and everything was itchy and disgusting. I even tried going outside for a bit, as you probably saw, and yeah, it was nice out in the sun and I love reading out, but there was a chilly wind and that wasn't helping either. So yeah, I came back home after reading one chapter of The House in the Cerulean Sea, and yeah, and then just scroll through YouTube, basically did the New York Times games, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's now like 7 in the afternoon. I have not done what I needed to do for today, which was correcting stories. I'm gonna try to do that now after I have dinner, but I am very much exhausted and I do have to get up early tomorrow. It's just a terrible day today. But yeah, I don't have many other updates. I have not started the Drowned Country, which is the next book I should read for Squash That Series. I am doing Squash That Series throughout the month. The creator, Bailey, from Is Bailey Reading, said if you wanted to keep going, use the wheels that she created for this round, you could. And yeah, I decided that just doing it for a weekend was not gonna work for me and my pacing and the plans I had for this weekend. So yeah, and I do want to squash some series. Yes, that's what I said. Drowned Country is the next book I'm supposed to read, and yeah, I might, who am I kidding, I don't know if I'll get to start it tonight. But The House in the Cerulean Sea, I have read a bit today. I am a third of the way through, if I remember correctly. Yeah, halfway through, I would say. And I do want to get this done by Tuesday so I can start the sequel. So yeah, I need to read faster. So I don't know what I want to do, but I am enjoying it, reading it at night. So yeah, I just need to read more chapters each night. I'm not gonna get it done by Tuesday otherwise. I have one night left. So what, math, Daniela, math? I'm tired. And I forgot what I was saying. And the water is probably boiling, so I should go check on my egg. That didn't sound good. Who knows what I'll do. Hopefully I can get through these stories fast and then I can get some of this done. And tomorrow on the bus, start Drowned Country. And then, yeah, we'll see how we go from there. Did I mention I'm tired? Anyway, I'll see you when I have an update, which probably won't be tonight, if I'm honest. We'll see. What do you want? What do you want? Yeah, they know when I take out 2 plates. that I'm giving them food. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I'm going. Hello, it's Tuesday. I absolutely did not, once again, update yesterday. Mondays are just not a day to update a vlog, apparently. It was a long day yesterday, and there was like a freak storm when I was leaving work. It just completely derailed the rest of my afternoon. But I did manage to edit last week's vlog, so I'm very proud of myself for having actually, finished the video and uploaded it. And yeah, I did not read much yesterday apart from a bit of The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I have here for once. And I did finish it just now. I had forgotten so many things, so many details that just make me tear up, because I just love these people. I love this book, and yeah, I can't wait to start the sequel now. I don't know what I'm going to do about Squash That series, because technically I already did the spinner wheel for my next book, which was supposed to be Drunk Country by Emily Tesh, but I have not even started that. And yeah, I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I should just spin the next wheel and see if it fits, and then just read this one. Or maybe I should check the rating and see what I had got before, and then see if the Somewhere Beyond the Sea fits for the same rating range. Maybe I'll do that in a second. But regardless, I am starting that tonight. I need to have dinner. I might watch the debate tonight, if I can stomach it. But that starts a bit later, so I'll see what I'll do, and I'll come back when I have an update, when I have decided what I'm gonna do. But I'm definitely starting Somewhere Beyond the Sea tonight. The wheel had given me 3.94 and 4.13, and the book is currently sitting at 4.39. I am upset. I'm going to spin the color wheel and yeah, see if it fits. Hold on, I'm gonna set that up. Okay, I'm doing this. Hold on, I need to screen record and I can't see my screen. Where am I? Here. Okay. I am first going to spin the hard wheel, because I think it has more colors that are on the cover. It also has finished a series, so if I do end up on that one, I'll be caught up with the series and that will be finishing it. So let's spin. I'm scared. I don't think white will count. I don't think it will. Oh, hold on. Well, the title is white. The title is very white. Can I? Can I count it? Oh my god. Okay, should I spin the easy wheel and see if it has blue? If I get blue, I'm gonna do that. Why am I doing this to myself? Like, this is so ridiculous, but I'm gonna do it. It's just fun. I hope it's fun for you too. All right, let's spin. Blue. We need blue. Yes! I am ridiculous. I am a ridiculous person. I know. I am aware. Oh my god. All right. That's it. I'm sorry for the chaos. All right. I'm starting it. Hi, it's Wednesday. I am sitting here with Shuri. It's freezing today again. I hoped we were getting into spring, but no. I am 25% into Somewhere Beyond the Sea. And I love Arthur and Linus so much. And the children. I started last night. I read the first couple of chapters last night, and I was like, oh, yes, I'm so glad I was back there. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I can say what this book is about. I don't actually really know, because I didn't read the synopsis before I started. I didn't want to. I wanted to go in blind. I will say that it picks up kind of immediately after the first book ends. If you have read the first book, then you know what they were talking about in the epilogue. So yeah, maybe you can guess if you haven't read the synopsis like I. Anyway, you could guess what situation they're in. I am really enjoying it. I do have a slight problem because I am contrarian. And I have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with it in the first book, I think, because it wasn't that overt, maybe. But yeah, it's very slight spoilers, maybe, I don't know. It's very anti-government, and I know that the government, at least in this world, has been doing some pretty awful stuff, and but it's like, you know, when people say like, everyone in the government is bad, or like every politician is a liar, or that kind of thing, I don't like that, because I don't think that every politician is a liar, or that you can ever say such black and white things about people and our human systems. I don't know. It also like makes people lose faith in democracy, and I do know it's not a perfect system, but I believe at least, it's like the best system that we could have, and it's always perfectible. But not if people don't believe in it, and that I think can be dangerous. Of course, people should speak out against governments that are doing bad things, and protest, and yeah, all those things. I think it also comes from a place of like, my country has a very strong sense of democracy, and like Uruguay has one of the strongest democracies in the world. Like you can look up like all the stats about those things. We had a dictatorship that ended how old am I? Around 40 years ago. And in those 40 years, our democracy has really strengthened. Like, it was always very strong, I think, although we did have like dictatorship in the middle, but it was like confluence of things, Cold War. I'm not gonna get into that. But it was pretty bad. Obviously, I was not alive for it. But we do still see kind of some repercussions of that. And I do think it has made people like appreciate our democracy more. And so I come from a country where we don't have, how do I say this? We don't have the political tensions that there are in other countries, like in the USA or England, or I could just get into even worse situations, I guess. There's a lot. I wouldn't say that we are a perfect country, but we do have some things that I think make us a more peaceful country, in that we don't have those massive protests. We do have political parties that are very much opposing, and it seems that things keep getting even more and more polarized, but the transition of power has always been peaceful, and people accept election results. And I don't know where I was going with this. I guess that I believe more or less in our government. So that's when I read those things, I'm like, oh, but not all governments are bad, or not all people in government are bad. And I know that might sound naive and idealistic. That's just how I feel. So yeah, sometimes when I'm reading books that are political, or that have like a political message, and they say things like that, like, or those sentiments are expressed, I'm always like, oh no, like I have like a knee-jerk reaction to that. But yeah, I always like being confronted about my beliefs and my thoughts, and yeah, I'm not going to let that color my enjoyment of the book or my opinion of it, at least until I get to the end. And I see if like that was a sentiment that continues to bother me or whatever. I do appreciate like the analogy that TJ Klune is trying to make with regards to how the government in this world treats magical people. I do understand that. I am aware of what happens in the world, and I am aware of the history of what this is based on. So what this is inspired by, I should say, not based on. I am excited to see how things will progress, especially given the introduction of certain new characters and certain new situations. And I know what I'm hoping will happen at the end of the book. So, yeah. Apart from that, life update. Don't have many. Today was just a normal day at work. My hand is shaking, Jesus. I have a couple of days left until I am officially on holiday. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, spring holidays. I do hope the weather will be nice during next week so I can enjoy being outside and reading and that kind of thing. That vlog will probably be a lot more interesting than this week's. But yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. I am going to go have lunch at my sister's house so I can see my niece and her, obviously. And yeah, those are my plans. I don't have any other plans yet. I'm going to see what I'm gonna have for dinner and then get into bed. Today has been a bad week for getting to work on time. I'm just exhausted. And things, keep happening to make me late, but it's fine. It's just a couple more days. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, babies. I see you've had a hard day. You know when you film a whole update and then you realize that you are not filming? What is wrong with me? Anyway, I am coming to you from my kitchen. I am waiting for the water to boil. In fact, it's probably boiling right now. But anyway, it can wait. I just need to remember to put on the salt. I'm making some pasta. But yeah, today is Friday. I am officially on holiday for a week because I have spring break. So exciting. The weather is getting nicer. It's still cold at night, hence the cardigan. But yeah, I am so excited. I am so tired. Like, can you see this? Like, what is this? I need to sleep. I need so much sleep. But yeah, I also don't have anything to do during the holidays. Well, I mean, I do have things to do, but they're not gonna get done. I mean, I should correct some stories. I did tell my students that I was going to correct some stories, but they're not happening, at least for this weekend. So anyway, today, like I said, was the last day before the holidays, and it's always... I'm sorry if you can hear those dogs. They've been barking forever somewhere outside my building, and yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, the Friday before the holidays is just a day that nobody does anything. Kids don't want to work. I don't want to work, but I did get some things done, which, yay for me. I'm a great teacher. But yeah, it's also Teachers' Day in Uruguay on the 22nd of September during the holidays. So the schools usually like celebrate Teachers' Day beforehand, obviously. The kids give us presents, and usually with some very nice notes, like little handwritten notes and things, which, always make me appreciate why you do this job. Because yeah, you feel like you're really connecting with the kids and touching their lives in a way. So yeah, also the schools give us little presents. In one of my schools I got like a little pencil pot holder thing and a pen and some post-it notes. And in the other school, well, I think I showed, yeah, I think I did film that. A little cookie with a little message that said not all heroes wear capes, some teach, that kind of sentiment. The cookie was great, and the presentation, everything was so cute. So yeah, I feel appreciated, I guess, and it's always nice. And yeah, what else has happened? I haven't done much this week because I was busy with end of term kind of stuff. I did see my niece yesterday. She's getting so big, so cute. I went to the shopping center today and I happened to walk in the bookstore, as you do, and I found this. This is my version of a book haul because I never buy more than one book at a time because books are hard to come by here in Uruguay. But this was not very expensive given how thick it is. It's like 600 pages, but it's The Overstory by Richard Powers. I've had this on my TBR for I don't know how long. I think it's literary fiction. I'm not entirely sure what it's about, except that it's about trees and the environment, I think. I am excited to read it. It's very pretty. It's quite floppy for such a big book, and can't wait to break the spine. I break the spine in books. Like, I am so sorry if that upsets you, but I love seeing a well broken in spine, because it means that you have read the book and you loved it. I know that you can do the like folding the pages first, but that's too much work. And I was flipping through it, and it seems very interesting. Not mixed media, but interesting things like quotes and codes and illustration of leaves. I don't know. I am intrigued, but yeah, who knows when I'll get to this. But yeah, I was excited to find it. Love the cover. It's very pretty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The water is boiling and those dogs won't stop barking, so I'll be back to tell you about my plans for the weekend. All right, I'm back. What was I saying? So yeah, plans for the weekend. As I said, this week has not been very exciting. I haven't done much, but I am hoping that this weekend, since the weather is getting nicer, I might do some things like go out and read in the sun. And I'm hoping to go for a walk tomorrow morning or Sunday morning. I'm not sure when it'll happen, depending on how early I can wake up. And like I mentioned, I'm tired. But yeah, I haven't gone for a walk in a long time. And I also today bought a yoga mat because I haven't done yoga for like a year maybe. I seem to have lost my yoga mat in the move last year, and I never replaced it. And today I was watching Amy's vlog, Amy from A-Star Reads. She just posted one of her Pick Pongathon vlogs, and she mentioned going to a yoga class, and I was like, I really should do something exercise related, because I haven't done much during the weekend. I haven't done much during the winter, so yeah, so I bought myself a yoga mat. It should be arriving tomorrow, so we'll see. I just do yoga at home. I put on a video and do it at home, because yeah, it's hard enough to, you know, get dressed and prepare for doing exercise. If I also have to like leave my house, it's just not gonna happen, especially in winter. Like that's no. But yeah, those are the plans. I am not sure what else I'll get up to. Probably should catch up with my reading journal, because it's very much behind. Today was the release of the Halloween collection of Art Journal Live, which is where I get my journals, both like my everyday planning journal and my reading journal. And the Halloween collection was beautiful, so I got myself 2 of those. One for my reading journal next year and the other for my everyday. One of them has a raven on the cover. Like, come on, a raven in books. And the other one kind of looks like a spell book or something. It has some trees and very spooky, like a spooky door, I think it is. I don't know. I'm in love. So yeah, excited for those to arrive, although it will take some time. Today was the premiere of the new season of Taskmaster, which, if you haven't seen, it's all on YouTube, and it's the greatest show I've ever seen. And yeah, new season today. So my routine of Friday nights having dinner with Taskmaster can resume. I am very excited to watch it. But again, I don't know if it will be tonight or if I'll leave it for tomorrow. I am very tired, and Taskmaster sometimes, you know, I need to be on. Now, reading updates. I read a bit last night. I made it to like 37%. I read through a very interesting chapter, let's say. I have, according to my Kindle, I have 4 hours left in the book. It's already like 8:30, so it could happen. I've been known to read for like 4 hours straight, but I am tired and I do want to enjoy this book. So I know I'm definitely going to be reading a bit, but we'll see how much. But I'm definitely finishing for this week's vlog. Like between today and tomorrow, I should finish the book. And that will be the vlog for this week. Okay, now yes, I'm done. Hello, I'm about to leave. I did not go for a walk this morning, and I did not read anything last night. After I finished filming that update and having dinner, I got such a bad allergy flare-up that I just went to bed. I took some medicine. I took double medicine, which wasn't the best, but I couldn't sleep. And then I was woken up at like 4 in the morning, 3:34, by music coming from outside. I could not see where it was coming from, but it was very loud. It was as if they were right outside my window, and I closed the windows and still. So I think I managed to go back to sleep at around 4:30, and so obviously I did not wake up to go for a walk. I did, however, made myself a smoothie. I have discovered that I can buy these little pouches of frozen fruit. Game changer. Strawberries and that kind of thing. So good. So yeah, I made myself a smoothie, and now I'm going to a shopping center with my mom. I'm going to a different shopping center than the one I went yesterday, so I might drop in the bookstore and see if they have something different there. Who knows? But yeah, it is a nice day outside, but kind of chilly, so maybe it wouldn't have been the best idea to go walking anyway. Because yeah, I walk right along the coast, what we call La Rambla here in Montevideo, and yeah, that's especially windy, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I should be going off. I need to take 2 buses, so I will get some reading done on the bus, because yeah, if not, I will not finish this book today. Hello, it's Sunday. I did not update last night, but I did finish Somewhere Beyond the Sea, like at 1 in the morning, and I was in bed, so I was not gonna update from there. I will give you my full thoughts when I come back from my walk. As you can see, I'm ready. It's like 3 in the afternoon, so I need to put on sunscreen. And yeah, I will just say, interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. I need to get out of here. I need to go do something. I'm feeling a bit antsy. I don't know why. So I think a walk will be nice. And yeah, then I'll come back, tell you my final thoughts on Somewhere Beyond the Sea, and wrap up this vlog so I can start next week's vlog, which again, holidays. So I'll be back. That was good. Oh my god. I need a lot more water. Alright, I'm here to wrap up the vlog. There's quite a few things to discuss. Yesterday when I went to the shopping center, I ended up buying a couple of books. I wasn't expecting it, but if you saw in the last vlog, I had actually seen this, The First Day at the End by Adam Silvera, and I didn't pick it up because I didn't have the first book in the series, and I wanted like editions to match, and then in this store it was. Look at them, they're so pretty. I'm so excited that I have them. I read this years ago and I loved it, and I still have to read the prequel, so now I have it, and I'm very excited to read this one and put these on my shelves. They look so pretty. I'm very excited. But yeah, just a mini haul update. I have you very precariously set up on some books, so yeah. Hold on, let me fix that. All right, I think it's better. So yeah, I went and had a lovely day walking. I walked like 10K, and it was a lovely day outside. It was sunny and warm, but not too humid. And yeah, it was great. That's exactly what I needed to wrap up this week. So now let's get into my thoughts on Somewhere Beyond the Sea. So I ended up giving it 4 stars. Just, oh my God, here she goes. Hi. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I love a lot of aspects of it. I loved the developing relationship between Linus and Arthur, and Arthur's character development. We do get this book from his perspective, so that was interesting. Right from the prologue, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And I really like that part. I like the found family aspect. That is all great, and it was great in the first book as well. There were some moments that were truly emotional. I still love the humor and the banter and the kids discovering who they are and discovering new abilities that they have. All of that was great. I'm gonna go into slight spoilers now, so you might want to skip ahead. I'll put timestamp here, or I'll mark it in the video. The moment when the kids start calling Arthur and Linus Dad and Papa just destroyed me. It was great. I love that part. It's just the plot, and not exactly the plot itself. Certain things about the plot I didn't like. Like the chapter where, again, spoilers, the chapter where the kids all get a turn at trying to rattle the caseworker that comes to inspect the house, forgot her name already. That's bad. That part was excellent. It was truly well done. And if all of it had been like that, it would have been great. I don't know. And I did not care that much for the ending itself and like the resolution of the thing. I just, something just rubbed me the wrong way, felt off. I don't know. I didn't like it. It felt a bit convenient, and at the same time, why would you want this? I don't know. Certain aspects of the ending did not work for me. I loved the epilogue. That was great. So yeah, the government thing that I was talking about before, again, I get why, and I loved the way that the town around, like the village around the island, had all like with the mayor and everything, had all kind of like started evolving and being more accepting of magical creatures, and that served as like a good counterpoint to what the government was doing. And the other thing that I didn't like, and this might be, I don't know if it's nitpicky, the word I'm looking for. It isn't, it's not a nitpick, but there's something about, I said before that this book serves as an analogy for, magical people represent marginalized groups and communities around the world, but especially it gives off like the kind of like racial tensions or gender things that is happening in the United States and maybe other parts of the world. And if that's the case, like there's a moment where Sal, one of the kids, who is Black, tells Arthur that Arthur can help him navigate the world in terms of being magical and something else, like a shapeshifter or something, because they both have that. Is that it? But that there's a third aspect of his identity that he can't help with, and that is the Black experience. And like, I was under the impression in the first book that those kind of things did not matter in this world, like being gay or being Black or being whatever was kind of like dealt with in this world already. And like the problem now is like the magical beings. Does that make sense? And so like there hadn't been any mention of racial tensions before. And then this book goes on to also say like, oh, a few years ago, your relationship with Linus wouldn't have been possible, or your marriage to Linus or whatever. And like, I don't know, it feels like if you're going to have an allegory or whatever for like marginalized groups and minorities in the magical community, then why also bring the real world into it? Am I making sense? I don't know. That just took me out of the story a bit. I was like, but this doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. I understand what TJ Klune was trying to do, and reading his author's note at the end, yeah, I get it and I appreciate it. It was fine. I liked a lot of parts. I just didn't really vibe with some choices that TJ Klune made. Also, some of the messaging was way too direct for my taste. Like, even all of the messages I agree with, I'm like, you don't have to do it like this. The same thing happened to me with Babel by R.F. Kuang. Like, I agree with what you're saying, but I don't need you to beat me over the head with it, because I can make my own, I can get to my own conclusions about who is right and who is wrong in this story. And yeah, I guess this read a lot more like young adult than the first book in some cases. And yeah, I did feel like some of the conversations were a bit repetitive in some cases, or like messages or like lessons that the kids had learned in the first book were kind of like repeated in the second one. I don't know, maybe it would have been better if I hadn't read them back to back. Like, I reread The House on the Cerulean Sea and then immediately jumped into this. If I had let some time pass, or if I hadn't reread the first book, like, I would have appreciated this more on its own. I don't know. But all in all, I enjoyed the book. I loved getting to see a more developed world, I guess, and get to see, like, the main part for me was like getting to see the found family aspect and the relationships and all of that, and that delivered, and that was fine. So yeah, all in all, this was a good week. I am excited for next week. I am starting Drowned Country tonight because I do want to read something before I go to bed, and that shouldn't take me long at all. So then tomorrow I will probably spin the next wheel. I don't know what wheel is coming up next. I'm excited to see what I'll get to read. And yeah, I guess that wraps it up here, I suppose. Let me know in the comments if you have read the Cerulean Chronicles and what you think. If you are planning to pick up Somewhere Beyond the Sea, if you have already read House on the Cerulean Sea, I would like to hear your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to see what happens next week, in which I will be on holiday, and I'm super excited. Bye, happy reading.